Here's part 2 of Objection Handling Round Robin Masterclass, whatever the fuck you want to call it, where I had students come up with their objections and I showed exactly how to solve it so you guys can do the same thing on your calls. Hope you guys enjoy. What objection do you need help with, John?
I'd say uncertainty, like it not working out for them.
Okay. Okay, cool. And what do you sell? I know what you sell, but just tell the audience.
I'm on a real estate wholesale offer currently. And a TikTok offer too.
John, that's really all I have for you. So the next steps would be to process the investment. We'll get you inside the course. We'll get you inside the community. You book your onboarding call, and then we're off to those 10K months for us and our family. Happy enough?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. So I'll send you over the link in the chat. It takes about 2 minutes. You can take care of that real quick, and then we'll get you inside.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Cool.
And yeah, I mean, how long have you been wholesaling, by the way?
Wholesaling what? Nah, I'm just kidding. I just work on Jay's team. Like Jay has like a marketing team, a sales team, so I help him with the sales side of stuff.
Okay. So you don't actually wholesale yourself?
Say that again.
You don't wholesale yourself?
Not particularly. You know how there's so many different business models out there. There's copywriting, there's sales, there's wholesale real estate. So I chose my kind of field of it, and I help businesses with their sales process and everything. So that's what my job is.
Okay. And I mean, how do I know that this is like actually gonna work out for me though?
Okay, well let's have this conversation for a second. With everything that I walked you through, like the course, the community, the coaching calls and everything. If you were to come in here and you were to show up and you show up to all the coaching calls, you did the work, do you feel like this can allow you to make the money that you need to and at least get closer to the man that you're trying to become for you and your family? Because that's what I care about.
I feel like it definitely could, but I mean, you never really know, just seeing all this stuff online too. But
yeah, and I do. I get it. You probably came from would you come from? Just YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube University. Yep.
Yeah, you came from his YouTube. You clicked the link in the bio. Like I get it. Like it's not like you know him in person or anything, but I know you said you feel like it definitely could. I know there's a little hesitation in that answer. Do you feel like there's anything in the process, like if you were to do the work, that would put you in a worse position of making money so you can finally leave your job? Like, do you feel like there's anything in there that just like wouldn't work for you? Do you feel?
No, I mean, I feel like everything. I don't think anything wouldn't work for me.
Okay, well, hopefully there's some parts that will. What part about the process makes you feel confident that it can allow you to become the man that you want to for you and your family? Do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly say the videos, definitely being able to text Jay, and then also probably those calls that you were talking about too.
Okay, and why? I mean, it seems like a lot of it. Why do you feel like those are the biggest things for you that you feel like can help?
I mean, I guess the biggest thing would just be somebody who has done it before. Just kind of, if I have a question, I mean, yeah, I could text them, maybe even set up a one-on-one call. I mean, I feel like just having somebody there, kind of by my side, would be the biggest thing.
Totally. So you feel confident thing, and also too, like, I know you mentioned you've been trying to get into wholesale real estate and more importantly leave your job for like the past 6 months at this point. Imagine you had gotten this mentorship then, and you started then, you had the time then, you committed then, and you remained all the way consistent until today. Like, where do you feel like you might be today if you had done that 6 months ago? Do you feel?
I mean, it's hard to say, honestly. I mean, I would hope I would be better than where I'm at, but I just don't really know. I mean, I don't know. Well, work out for me.
Yeah, let's make it a little bit logistic here. Like, did you play any sports growing up or anything like that?
Yeah, I played golf.
Okay, golf. Let's say Tiger Woods, he was your coach, and he was like, all right, Johnny, let's train like this, let's sleep like this, let's eat like this, let's do this every single day. And you stuck to it. Obviously, it's someone that's very experienced in the field, and you did it over a long period of time. Do you think you just become a worse golf player, or do you think you'd probably get better?
Yeah, obviously, I think I'd get better at golf.
Okay. Why do you feel that?
I mean, it's Tiger Woods. I mean.
But yeah, but I'm sure Tiger Woods has people that he's told stuff to and they never actually implement it. Why do you think it'll work for you? Do you feel?
I mean, him kind of coaching me up every single day. I mean, I don't see how it wouldn't at least somewhat help.
But I think you're missing the point here. It's because you showed up and you did it, right? Because if even if you had the best coach, if you didn't do the work, it wouldn't matter, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I don't think you're here today because you don't want to do the work, right? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to do the work.
Okay. So if you came in here, and again, I don't think you'd be here today if you feel like we didn't know what we were talking about, and you implemented exactly what Jay told you to, you cold call like this, you prospected like this, and you did over a long period of time, do you feel like you would get worse, or do you feel like you'd probably grow financially? Like you're wanting to?
Yeah, I feel like I would grow. Yeah.
Okay. So if you do the work, you'll get there. And then after, again, 6 months of kind of feeling this way and wanting to become better than we are, will we show up and do the work this time? Because that's the kind of the biggest part about this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem putting in the work. But
Why will you put in the work though? Because most people don't. Just be honest.
I'm not trying to work at Bojangles for the rest of my life, so.
Why not?
I mean, like I said, it's just too much fried chicken. I mean, leaving the job, smelling like grease, back home. I mean, it's just not. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know it'll work if you show up. You're willing to show up. Then what's the next logical thing? Is it finally show up and do the work that you know you've been needing to for the past 6 months, or is it continuing to let the unknown dictate your future? Like which one do you feel like is the best thing for you? Do you feel?
I would say showing up, but
the thing is, are you going to show up finally? Because again, this is what makes or breaks the whole thing. Because we can have the most perfect system in the world, but like if the person doing the system doesn't follow it to a T, it might not work, right? So will we back ourselves 100% of the way no matter what? Yes or no?
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Why though?
I'm ready. I mean, I feel like I'm ready, but it's also another one of those things if I come in here and I don't see results, and I'm kind of screwed over.
Okay. But we already talked about it. If you show up and you do everything you could, is that even close to being a reality?
No.
Okay. So you're ready to fucking show up, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
How does that feel, finally? Because, dude, this isn't a conversation that we've been talking about for the past 45 minutes. This is a conversation you've been having yourself for, like, months now. How does it finally feel saying yes, that you're ready to commit and finally do the work? Do you feel?
I mean, honestly, no better feeling, but it's just that.
So are you gonna
that 10% of it?
Yeah.
It doesn't work out.
Yeah. But are we gonna push towards the 90%, or are we gonna keep worrying about the 10% we've been worrying about for the past few months? Because where's that left us? Still in the same hamster wheel, right?
Yeah. Nowhere.
So what do you want to do? Finally show up, or keep worrying about the what ifs?
Yeah. You take cash up?
No. Use the payment link. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, okay, but it's simple, right? But all it was, so he didn't you didn't even give me like an objection of like, okay, let me get back to you. You pretty much just like told me straight up. You're like, what if this doesn't work? Like, honestly, like obviously I wouldn't have done this, but like there's a route there's a route that you could just like try and go for the close anyway. Okay, yeah, but what if it does? Oh, that'd be great. Okay, cool. So you ready to do it? But I wanted to solve it because I knew it was going to come. Obviously, this is a role play. But there is times on calls where like people might say shit like that. Like they're not even giving you pushback. They don't even say, "Oh, I need time" or "I need to think about this." Like, what if this doesn't work? What if it doesn't? Like, how much would life be better than? Oh, dude, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's do this thing. Sometimes, totally
so
just going.
Sorry, bro, but you go that way and then you just do a mini future pace. pretty much? Like you're like, okay,
it's because what I'm saying, like obviously that's not the route I even took on this role play, because obviously he was going to throw me objections in the first play because it's a role play. But what I'm saying is like not even handling it, because he didn't even like give me any pushback of like, let me get back to you in a week, let me do this, let me do that. Like if I don't even make it a big deal, it might not even be a big deal.
Yeah, right.
I've closed a lot of deals like that. People will be like, yeah, it's scary. Yeah, I know, but it's normal. So you ready to say? Like I didn't even make it a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes, again, the reason why I took it this route is because I knew he was gonna throw me objection. It's a role play, but like, bro, like there's no rules.
Yeah.
Like worst case
scenario. What happened? You do that based off of energy, right?
Exactly. Like best case scenario, he just closed right there, and then maybe I would have solved it a little bit after. How's that feel? I know you even said right before you did the payment, if this doesn't work, like, are you gonna back yourself 100% of the way? Yeah, they did good.
Right.
So let's fucking do this thing. Like that could have been a very, very viable option. Obviously, this is the route that I took due to the circumstances, but that could have been a thing. But Ramari, what did you note down that was different than you might do? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, man. First, like I just say internal team, right? Like if they'd be like, oh, like how do I even know that you work with XYZ? I should be like, well, I'm on an internal team here with XYZ. I work with them, and I don't even let them know I'm a sales guy. You were like very open about saying, yeah, like there's a marketing team.
I mean, bro, he's applying for wholesale real estate. He's gonna be a sales guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's.
Yeah, it's just like a mental thing with me that I'm like, I don't want to create any resistance by saying I'm in sales, because people hate salespeople, right?
Huh?
I said I don't want to create like any resistance in the prospect's mind, because people hate salespeople. They hate
but it's the same thing as like you talking to a girl and she's like neglecting the fact that she's like a girl. You're like, like what if a guy's like, oh, you're like every other girl? No, I'm not a girl. Like it's obvious.
Yeah. Right? So yeah, if you're confident about it, then they're just like, well, this guy's a straight shooter. He's being honest. I like that even more about it. Yeah. Okay.
But if you're like, I'm a future appointment setter, then it's gonna be totally different. But like, I'm like, we have a sales team and marketing team's all on the sales team.
Yeah. And then another thing too, like you said, worse. Like, will this put you in a worse position I think you went negative on the tie down. You was like, well, do you feel like this is going to put you in a worse position? I say, do you feel like that this just won't help you? That just won't help you at all?
Yeah. I mean, that's a small thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I was, nitpicking a few things. And then on let's see, 3, bro, I took a shit ton of notes. I said when you went for the second tie down, you asked, why do you feel that way again? Like when I get the first one right after pitch, that's the only time I do the long tie down, and I ask, why do you feel that way? I don't ask that shit no more. When I go for the second one, I'm just like,
well, okay, the only reason why I did it here is because we didn't role play the before the or after the pitch. We just role play taking the money.
Okay, fair enough. And then you heard uncertainty. Like you heard uncertainty somewhere in there, like somewhere in him talking, and you went straight into the sports analogy. I think I'm more like mentally prone to using the bridge analogy. Yeah. So there's that, but like I still like that's something I need to fuck with a little bit too. And then the fifth, and then the last thing was when you said closer, like I usually say closer or farther after that, and you was like, you're like, okay, well, if you would have came in here 3 years ago, whatever the time gap is, if we came here 3 years ago, you feel like it would be closer, or would you be farther? That's what I do. But you just like, if you came here 3 years ago, where do you think you would have been today? It was more of a probing question instead of like going binary.
Yeah, because if I go binary, like I might go binary after. So imagine if he was like, what's a better answer, closer or farther, or dude, I'd be at my goal. So you're not even giving him the option to say that, right?
Yeah.
By going binary immediately. But let's say they're giving you like an iffy answer. They're like, well, I think I'd be well off. So closer or farther from the man that you were trying to become. Closer. Why?
Right. Okay. So you think so? So would you be closer exactly, or would you be farther away? Oh, I would be closer. Okay. Why?
Again, there's no rules, so I can't tell you like which one's right, what's wrong. But like in my head, the reason why I would keep it open ended there is so like, what if they give me like some like great response and they're like, oh my god, yeah, like it's just like a multiple like on a Calendly. If I ask a yes or a no question, or if I keep it open ended and someone types a whole fucking paragraph, cool. I know that dude's gonna be like a great prospect, right, for most of the time, right?
Right.
As opposed to just like binary where it's just like, do you, like why do you want to apply for us or what to work with us? This reason, this reason, this reason. Yeah, multiple choice can get better details sometimes, but sometimes I just want to keep it open ended and see what they say.
Yeah. Okay. I need to be more confident about that. And then I think, that was in kitchen.
All right, Jaden, what was it?
The fear of me.
Okay, cool. So we'll do that. So Jaden, that's really all I have. So fear of me as in me, or you?
No, as in myself.
Okay, so self doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Jaden, that's really all I have for you. So the next steps would be to process the investment. We'll get you inside the course. We'll get you inside the community. You book your onboarding call, then we're up to those 10K months for us and our family. Happy enough?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, you sure you're walking everywhere?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll send over the payment link. You take care of it. It's in the chat, and it'll take you about 2 minutes. And then while you're doing that, I'll just set up your onboarding on the back end.
Oh, I have to do this today?
What happened?
I have to do this today?
I mean, if you want to get closer to those 10K a month for you and your family, No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we usually do get you started on the call if everything sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta take a couple days to think about it, man.
Okay, easy stuff. Well, now that's all fresh in your mind. How do you feel about it here though? Like if you were to come in here, you were to do the process, like you stuck to it. Do you feel like this can allow you to leave your job and show up the way you want to for you and your kids? Because that's what I care about.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a little bit of hesitation in that. Do you feel like there's anything in there, like if you were to do the work, that would put you in a worse position in terms of making money for you and your family?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not.
Oh, okay, cool. What part about the process makes you feel confident though? Is that the coaching? Is that the communities? Is that the course? Like what part about it makes you feel confident that it can allow you to get closer to the man that you're trying to become? Do you feel?
I say definitely the coaching and accountability aspect of it. To make sure, I stay on track.
Yeah, why are those the biggest things, do you feel?
Well, because, up until this point, I haven't shown up.
And why
like
is
I should
that?
have been.
I know we talked about it. Why do you feel like that is?
I just tried a lot, man.
Yeah.
Tried a lot, and because of it.
But we haven't tried our 100% yet, right?
Yeah.
But now that we realize that it's our family we're putting on our back, and our future self and our future families on our back, like, will we show up this time? Because accountability is great. Like, I could have the best personal trainer in the world, but if I'm just a piece of shit that eats donuts all day on the couch, like, there's no saving me, right?
Yeah.
So there has to be that 50-50 effort as well.
Yeah.
So are you willing to show up and meet us in the middle? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I guess in your own opinion, what's coming up for you that makes you want to go ahead and take a few days to think about it? I just want to see if I can help.
Yeah, man, it's just it's a lot of money, man.
Okay, I can appreciate that. When you say it's a lot of money, is it, hey, I just logistically don't have the cash for this, or is it like, hey, I'm not sure if I put down this much money, it can get me to where I want to be?
Well, yeah, I have the investment, but
Okay.
It's just about spending the investment.
Because I mean, dude, if you knew, even if this is $4,000 or not, like if you knew 100% it can get you to 10-15K a month and allow you to leave your job and show up more for your family, I'm sure you would do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's probably just that hesitation of like, what if this doesn't work out for me, correct?
But yeah, man, it's like I've tried things before and I just didn't show up enough for it to work out, and I just have a feeling that it'll be the same case here.
Well, I mean, dude, and I get it, but at the same time too, like it's honest, right? Like you feel confident this thing can work for you, right?
Yeah, I do.
So will you show up for your family and your future self this time? Yes or no? Because dude, and I know you're saying yes, but like genuinely, because it's totally cool if you tell no to me, but like it's not saying no to me. It's saying no to the things you've been thinking about for so long. It's saying no to the family that you're about to have. It's saying no to the future partner you're gonna have. It's saying no to your future self. Generally, this time, are you gonna fucking show up? Because dude, I promise you, our coaching staff will meet you in the middle, and we've done this hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times at this point. But again, back with the whole shitty client thing, and I'm not calling you a shitty client, but what I'm saying is like, we can't bang on your door. I can't pull you out of bed and make you do the work. Will we show up for our family this time? Will we show up for a better future self?
I mean, Kishan, the obvious answer is yes, but it's just like I
The thing is what was that?
I said the obvious answer is yes.
Okay, but what's the real answer?
But I don't know if I will, because I've tried like 2 or 3 different things and they just didn't work out because I didn't show up. Yeah.
Okay, so we're stating the problem here. It didn't work because I didn't show up.
Yeah.
Will we show up? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Why? Because you really don't have to. We've made it very clear the past 2 years. Why are we going to show up this time? Because I want you to show up, but again, I can't want it more than you. Yeah. Why are you going to show up this time for you and your family?
Yeah, I do, Kishan. I do want to.
I know you keep saying you want to. Are you? Are you finally going to?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to win this time. I'm tired of.
What do you mean by
trying and putting?
What's a win in your books?
Actually making it to 10K and being able to provide for my family the way that I want to.
Okay. And do you think that's going to come without you showing up?
No.
So what do you have to do right here, right now? What do you think Jaden 2.0, the man that's already where he wants to be, he's already making the money that he wants to, he's already living the life that he wants to, he's the dad that he wants to, is he showing up or not?
Yeah, he has to.
Why? He doesn't have to. Well, he wouldn't even be a thing if he did it, but...
Yeah. Well, because if I don't show up, it's just going to be the same thing over and over again.
So what do you feel like you need to do as the man of the house right here, right now, do you feel?
Take the jump.
I think he's already.
Yeah.
Sure? Say it with your chest.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's good. How does that feel?
Feels good, man.
Okay. So let's take care of this investment. Let's actually fucking put the work this time, all right?
Okay.
Cool. So what that was, it wasn't this tone. It was this tone. It was like not disappointed, but it was, I'm here for you. I get it, but it's still gonna be tough love, right? Yeah. Arm around shoulders, but still willing to throw a jab.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you have to handle it, right? Like, you know how I kept saying, I kept doing supportive stuff of like, dude, I promise you we'll be here, we'll do this, we'll do that, but like it doesn't matter if you don't. I'm not saying that we're not gonna be with you, but I need you. Are you gonna take my hand through the fire? Are you? But not for me, but for you and your family, are you? Okay. Ramari, I don't know, I kind of forgot someone else to let someone else take the notes, but you can take the notes. What did you see differently on that one?
Well, you the arm around the shoulder thing. Like, I mean, I do it. I mean, I do it now. I just started doing it, but like, I get confused when they're like, I tried all these things in the past and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, it's the fear of yesterday. or like, oh, it's their past.
But he's saying it like that. That's why I kept saying. I was like, you're literally saying the issue, but I didn't show up.
Right. Yeah. That's why you gotta listen. Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Okay.
no, I'll go straight into it. I'll just fucking jump into it.
That's your issue. You need to listen.
Yeah.
It's like the misobedient dog. It's like
Yeah,
no.
also-
It's like no. You give me the paw first, motherfucker, and then you get the treat.
You also kept the ball in my court. Like,
I'm not playing
you
basketball.
put it all on me.
Well, I don't want him to even feel that way. It should even feel like all on you, and maybe that's a mistake on my part. What the fuck? Anyway,
No.
but maybe I should have went like a line that not a line, but a thing I should have used is like, are you gonna take our hand through the fire? Because I promise you, bro, we will be with you every step of the way. It's just, are you gonna be with me every step of the way? You're gonna be with us.
Yeah.
So I guess it
So
is
you
ball
shouldn't
and
do
court.
that. You shouldn't put the.
I don't think I made it. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but there should be a balance of it.
Yeah.
Yes, it is up to them to show up this time, but like we're gonna be here.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, cool. Romario, what other notes did you have, or is that it?
I mean, that was the biggest thing. I would have. Do you always use the bridge analogy for people with like they're scared of themselves? Because I feel like that's something that I'm leaning towards. Especially when
I just do it to go in for the close, right? Because it's a clean way to transition to the close. Okay, well you're here. You understand what the problem is. How do you think the version of yourself that you want to become? How would he make this decision? It's not even the bridge frame. It's like a partial bridge frame. I'm just taking that motherfucker. I'm just comparing him to him.
Yeah, and because he was so wishy-washy, I would have did a little consequence. I would have been like, okay, like he said something, and I immediately thought, are you willing to settle for that? Again, man. And I know I asked you this earlier, but are you really like, are you willing to settle for that shit? Because I know we can fucking get you there, 100%. But like, honestly, and then they'll be like, oh, bro, I'm not willing to settle for that. Okay, but why not this time, though? Because you have so many other times. Blah, 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 XYZ, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's just a different consequence question. I don't remember what consequence question I really asked. I think I might have asked, like, who would you be letting down or whatever. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there's no rules. Like, there's no, like, oh my god, you have to say this exact wording of this. It's like, get the point across.
Yeah. And now I'm just learning, to be honest, Chris, I'm just learning, like, how to put extra things in my toolbox and actually fucking use them on calls, you know?
Exactly.
So, appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.